Hello, miracles.
Welcome to the Miracle Channel with Victor and Alina.
We are here to remind you that you are the miracle you've been waiting for.
Now step up and let's make it happen.
Yes. And before we make it happen, we start each episode with what, Victor? With a deep breath.
Really deep breath, because this is the most important thing for our life. And after breath is, of course, water.
Cheers.
So cheers. If you forgot to drink your water today, you can still drink it now.
This is just to remind you that we are 80% water, and staying hydrated is really important.
Oh yeah, now that we are full of oxygen, we are hydrated, we are ready to go. And because it's our first episode in English, I would like to ask you, Alina, how did you find the miracle in you?
Well, Victor, as you know, thank you for addressing me the question. My journey started a few years back, but when I actually had to face the miracle in me and to actually find the real power that resides in me, it came through a really tough challenge. As you know, 2 years back, a bit of more than 2 years back, I found myself on the edge between life and death for about 10 days in a hospital bed in ICU, most of the time unconscious. Fighting a disease. And I just remember the moment when I woke up and I saw the first sunrise after 10 days. It was an amazing feeling because at that moment, I was just a bit more than a consciousness in a body. I could not move much. So I could just see, hear. I couldn't even speak because I was intubated at the moment. And I realized...
It has been so powerful.
Yeah, it was a really powerful moment because I realized that's it. Although my body is almost gone, I'm still there. I'm a presence here, observing and having a human experience in a human body. And it was absolutely amazing. It was maybe one of the most amazing sunrises I've ever seen, obviously.
I would imagine you singing that song now, you know, I'm still standing.
I'm alive. Celine Dion, I'm alive. It was something like that, but a bit more dramatic. I remember tears running down my face as I was realizing, wow, I am still here. I am still here. And what actually saved my life, besides medical treatment and my father's love and everybody's support, was one of the most amazing habits I had developed for years, which is the habit of appreciation. The minute I could hold a pen in my hand, I asked for paper. This was happening days later, obviously, because it took me days to recover. But even during those days when I couldn't write, I remember looking around and appreciating, for example, the machines that were keeping me alive. The hospital, the staff were very professional and very uplifting and encouraging. My dad's love and support was amazing, absolutely amazing. But when I could start writing, I was writing full sheets of paper of things that I love, things that I appreciate, whether it was about the room I was in, my body that was slowly recovering, slowly but surely, the staff, my children who were supposedly waiting for me at home, the fact that I was safe, and so many things, because I knew that if I allow my mind to go down and get discouraged, I would have probably been lost because I was in a very fragile situation, literally. But this practice kept my mind focused on a vision of me getting strong, getting healthy, beating the disease, recovering completely, and not just recovering, but getting into the best shape of my life, which thank God, here I am. And I wanted to say, I am a miracle. I wasn't supposed to be alive, but God gave me a second chance. And I'm not the only one. There are so many of us out there. Afterwards, I've met people who faced serious challenges, whether it's about health, whether they've lost a loved one, whether they've gone through depression or some huge challenge that completely tore away their identity, their sense of self. It completely turned their world upside down. So many people found out that they are miracles, and they found a way to reinvent themselves and to believe in their future. And step by step, with perseverance, with progress, become that vision, become that dream. I am living proof that that is possible, because I remember in that hospital bed projecting the image of this human being right here, fit, healthy, muscular, having a voice. I had lost my voice at the moment, and Victor can testify for that. He remembers.
Yes,
He remembers.
I do.
Yeah.
I met you how many days after you came from hospital?
Maybe 2-3 weeks after I came out of hospital. I could barely speak.
That was already still in the initial phase.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was very hard for you to speak. And
I was very skinny, very, very skinny, maybe 42 kilos, something like that, 42, 43 kilos. Yeah. And Victor came, and it was amazing. He actually gave me a huge support in my recovery. He made me acquainted with something magical, alkalized water. Alkalized water, which actually helped me recover my health in a much more accelerated way, because it detoxed the treatment I was taking out of my body. It cleared my body, and at the same time, it protected the stomach lining from the effects of the treatment. So many things made a difference besides my mindset. Obviously, the love of my loved ones, my parents, my friends, people like Victor, who come out of nowhere, apparently, synchronicities from the universe. Thank you. Thank you, Victor, for being there and being here today to tell the story together.
I am very grateful to know you. Yeah, a beautiful, beautiful human being in and out. And you have so much to offer. You are yourself a miracle that helps people to learn about their own miracle. And by happening that about the situation that you had to pass through, because of that, now you are able to help so many people all over the world to find the power in them, to get out from even more difficult situations. So it's all with a meaning. The universe is giving us some lessons to learn and find even more meaningful path to our journey.
It's absolutely true. And I have to acknowledge here the role of my mentors, people like Tony Robbins. If I didn't have the gift of his teachings, I don't think I would have known how to redirect my mind, to focus my mind in an organized way. He's just one of them. I just want to emphasize to you that besides taking care of your body, having your loved ones around, it's really, really important to learn from somebody who has gone through hardships, or somebody who has something positive, constructive, a recipe, good practices to share with you, to make your journey much faster, much easier, so that you can actually implement. Because I've later on met people who have gone through similar challenges and they did not recover very well. I have to acknowledge that. And I can't take full credit. I'm just sharing with you the factors that helped me. Sure, the habit of appreciation, the habit of stubbornly walking a bit more every day, practicing a bit more every day, sticking to my vision every day, that was me. But besides that, there were many supporting people around me. And this is the truth.
How long did it take you? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, please, please.
I'm just so curious because I never really calculate also in time, even if we are always in contact. How many months it took you? You lost half of your weight almost, right? How many months it took you to get back to your original weight and strength and power and vitality?
I would say at least 5 months, but that's not a long time if you think about it. And it was happening during the pandemics. Yeah, it was during the pandemics. Imagine that. I remember walking around the block for 8 kilometers And my doctor was asking me when I went for a checkup, he said, are you at least walking 500 meters? I said, doctor, I'm walking 8 kilometers per day.
Yes, I remember that we were living quite far from each other, and there were a lot of restrictions. So I remember that I was staying in the Falcon farm, and I was walking around while I was talking with you. So you were walking in your area, I was walking in my own area, and I remember that we used to start the breathing exercises, and it is a very important step as well in the recovery. The breathing, bringing so much oxygen to every single cell of your body. Exhaling with the happiness,
happiness sound.
Yeah, it's it's magical.
It is magical, and it does work. All these things help, guys, and we will be sharing more and more in each episode. Things that have helped us, things that we have tested on our own lives, on the lives of our clients, of our friends, things we've studied. I just want to confirm to you that there is a miracle potential in each and every one of us, and we all can achieve that. Whatever the miracle means for you, whether it's an improved body condition, like it was for me, whether it's more abundance financially, whether it's a better relationship with your spouse or your boss or your children, whatever it is, it's achievable.
So what's the color of the miracle in you?
The color of the miracle in me. What an interesting question. I never thought about it. Very funny, Victor. I think it's yellow because yellow is happy and yellow is God. I connect those two together. Joy and God as yellow. So I think it's a yellow, but it's a bright yellow. It's a bright sunflower kind of yellow. It's really happy yellow.
Like a beautiful, massive sunflower, yeah?
Yeah, imagine that. Me with the sunflower around my head. Actually, I love sunflowers. I even have a painting of sunflower fields in my office at home. I love them. I adore them. They are even on the cover of my book, which, by the way, is called Live Alive and was published 2 years before I almost died. What's the irony of that? Can you imagine? Live Alive.
So
Live Alive.
You wrote 2 years back, you wrote that book, and then the universe wanted you to experience something similar, so you leave your book.
Absolutely. I had to use everything I knew to recover. Honestly, I did. And I'm living proof that I'm actually practicing what I preach. And people who know me, who get to know me in the context of personal development, as I'm a coach, a confidence coach and emotion code practitioner, they are quite touched and inspired when I tell them the stories. So if you have a story, if you've been through something and you've come on the other side successfully, do not hesitate to share it with people. Do not be ashamed. Do not think that you were weak or you were in one way or another, I don't know, cursed, or you had bad luck, or why did this happen to me? Turn it around, turn it 180 degrees around and look, what kind of strength has this encouraged me to build? What skill have I honed going through this? Because when you're in the midst of it, it's quite crappy, sorry for the language, but as you come out of it and you are able to regain your strength and look at it in retrospective, you will find the gift of it. You will understand why it happened. You will understand what's in it for you. What was in it for me? It was finding out my connection with God stronger than before, finding out how quickly the human body can recover when you give it the right mindset, the right food, the right environment. People recover like magic in the face of adversity, even on a very, let's say, invasive treatment, on a very tough treatment. Still, human capacity is absolutely amazing. And I'm here as a testimony to that. So please tell your stories, find your strengths, tell your stories, because you don't know who needs it. Yes. Every time I tell my story, people find strength in it. They feel awakened. They feel that, okay, maybe if she could do that, maybe I could achieve what I want as well.
Yes, and that's our purpose, because we had our journey, we had our pain, and we learn 100 ways how to get out of that pain, of that physical and emotional pain. We are able to help, and because we shared with so many professionals, we learn from that, and we are here to help everybody go easy and not go to lower stages of what they are and make their healing super fast. So I wish that every week we are having some guests in our podcast, that we can do some live sessions and some live sharing, because sharing is caring in the end. And by accumulating all the knowledge, we can help you all. It's beneficial for many, many thousands of lives that will be saved in the world.
And we hope that you will reciprocate and you will help us by sharing in the comments what challenges have you been through? What were your lessons? What were your takeaways? And if you found today's episode useful or inspiring or in some way uplifting, please like and share and subscribe. We really appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing with us your very, very powerful story, Alina. Perhaps in another session we can get even deeper into that on the emotional level of.
Thank you for helping me break free, to break through.
We'll post these sessions every single week. We'll have new guests as well, new stories for you, new life sharings. So don't forget to subscribe, to like our page, share with your friends who might have had similar situations, and feel free to write us in private on our Instagram or Facebook or even WhatsApp, and we can definitely have a session all together. Have a wonderful morning or evening or afternoon, depends on what time you watch the video.
Have an amazing Easter for all those who celebrate. With much love from me and Victor. Take care of you guys. Remember, you are the miracle you've been waiting for.
Remember to breathe.
Yes. Remember to breathe.
Water every time you feel something.
Cheers.
Take a deep
Cheers
breath.
to you guys.
Drink a glass of water. And everything will suddenly feel much, much better. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely life.